So, very good evening, Pratna. It's a
Good
pleasure
evening.
having you. It's a pleasure having you here at
Same
Pechan.
here, same here.
So, it's nice catching up with a good friend after a long time, actually. Yeah. So, to tell you all about Pehchan, it's a counseling platform where we reach out to patients and their caregivers. Mostly, it's cancer counseling and palliative where people
Right,
are unable to reach out, and that is the time when they are fighting one C, they need to take the help of the other C, the counseling.
right,
But not
right.
many do
That's true.
that.
That's true.
Not many do that. There is always a fear and stigma attached to mental health, always in our society especially. So people
Right.
suffer in silence, commit suicide, and go to all sorts of things, but never want to reach out to a counselor. That is happening. And the other thing is, we are also reaching out to COVID and quarantine patients, and we are doing all this pro bono. So today we are very happy to have Pratna here. And to let you all know about Pratna, she's Pratna Pratik Kaul, is co-founder of Giftable, an award-winning social enterprise that strives to create an ecosystem of like-minded individuals to collectively build an inclusive society, supported livelihood of thousands of people with disability and underprivileged across India through supply chain diversity. Prior to Giftable, Pratna worked with IBM and iVolunteer. She is a cause marketer, a motivational trainer, and has been a consultant in the space of disability incursion to many multinational organizations. Pratna has conducted numerous sensitization workshops on evolving as disability confident company, sign language, braille, volunteer management, and employee engagement across India. She has engaged with 10,000 plus volunteers and hundreds of non-profits across the country on various causes. Additionally, she has been invited by reputed institutes like IIT Chennai, TIS Mumbai, and Hyderabad, NMI, IMS, IIM Bangalore, Christ University, etc., to speak on inclusion of people with disabilities and volunteering. Her efforts and contribution towards the empowerment of people with disabilities has won her various awards and accolades, including Social Entrepreneur of the Year by Nama Bangalore Foundation 2015, Community Service Award by Rotary Bangalore Centennial, Best Social Entrepreneur Award by Hand in Hand 2018, Top 3 Social Enterprise in the Country by IIM Calcutta Innovation Park as part of Social Science Enterprise Challenge. She has also served as a board member of non-profit entities like Om Ashram and was a life skill trainer for students of Cheshire Home. Pratna has led various workshops for corporates to embrace diversity and promote inclusion. Few of the organizations are Accenture, Allstate, Akamai Technologies, Capgemini, Cisco, Fujitsu, Intel, Intuit, JP Morgan, LinkedIn, McAfee, Microsoft, Publicis, Sapient, Shell, Vijaya Bank, UBS, to name a few. So it's wonderful having you here today, Pratna. So let us all
Thank
hear
you.
from you about the work you do in Giftabled India. So
Yes.
let us know more about it. Yeah.
Sure. Sure. So to begin with, let me start with this question. I love this. As in, what are the colors that you're seeing, Alpha?
Yeah, I can see yellow, green, and blue, red, orange, white.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I request you to close your eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. Give it 2, 3 extra seconds. What are the colors you're seeing?
Okay. Should I open my eye or?
No, with closed eyes.
Okay. Currently, none of the colors I can see except for black.
Correct, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, that is how a visually impaired will see this Rubik cube, right?
Yes.
So if I
Yes.
now you can open your eyes. So if
Yeah.
I give, I was showing you all these colors when your eyes were
Yes.
closed,
Closed. Yes.
right? And now when I give this Rubik cube to someone who is visually impaired and say, "Hey, play this Rubik cube," although they might want to play it, but they won't be able to, right?
Yes.
Now
Huh.
imagine the state of parents of people or children with disability, especially
Yes.
say visually impaired. Every now and then, how can I make all these inclusive for them? Correct.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
taking that extra step by a volunteer
Okay.
can we make these tactile,
Okay. Very nice.
right? So now when a person who is visually impaired is given this Rubik cube, he
Huh.
or she would be like, hey, yes, I can also now play games that are inclusive.
Inclusive.
Correct?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
most of the time, what happens is, say, for example, if I ask you, hey, what gift do I give to my friend who is visually impaired?
Huh.
What would happen is, A, my whole focus will go on their disability. Secondly,
Yes.
I'll start thinking, as in, what do I give? Maybe a cane, maybe something related to audio. And that's what led us to start Giftable a couple of years back.
Okay.
Pratik, my better half, had an event in his company, in his corporate, and he said, hey, I want to give gifts to children who are visually impaired as part of one of the events. And
Okay.
I was like, what gifts do you suggest? And
Huh.
immediately I said, hey, let's give them musical instruments because they will relate to it. But
Yes.
we both paused and we said, not necessary if a person is blind, he or she has to relate to musical instrument.
Huh.
Maybe they would not like music at all, right?
Yes.
The only
Yes.
difference between someone who is blind and me is he or she can't see, I can see.
Yes.
I may or may not like music, correct?
Yes.
And that thought, and adding to that, another experience was when I moved from corporate sector to social sector. I still remember those initial days. I got a chance to volunteer for different NGOs. I got a chance to work with thousands of volunteers. And
Okay.
I still remember initial days when I learned sign language. I used to be so excited that any deaf I meet, this is almost like what, 13 years back. So
Okay.
any deaf I used to meet, I used to say, hey, hi, my name is Prathana,
KNA.
Prathana. And
Huh.
the immediate response I used to get was, are you deaf? And I was like, see, usually when I say, hey, hi, my name is Prathana, you might end up saying, hi, my name is Alpa or hi, my name is
Yes.
Sarla. But in
Yeah.
this case, it was my first thing was, are you deaf? And I was like, no, is someone in your family deaf? And he
Huh.
was like, no, why? Because you're signing.
Huh.
So for them, it was like you should have a reason if you are doing sign language.
Sign language.
And we wanted to change that perception. So when we
Yes.
started Giftable, we started thinking what else could be done in the disability space,
Huh.
where there are a couple of organizations who are trying for their jobs in organized sector. But what else? Then we realized awareness is missing, right?
Yes.
So can we do more and more disability awareness, disability sensitization? And I remember we started doing almost every week, we started doing one sign language workshop. And one day, one volunteer posted on her social media, she
Huh.
said, this morning, I learned sign language, and afternoon I go to MG Road
Huh.
in Bangalore, and I see a pottery artist making nice pottery and teaching the people. And
Huh.
I realized he's deaf. His son is helping him. And I
Huh.
also remembered that Prathana had mentioned there is a pottery artist who does amazing pots and he's a great trainer. So she went to him and she said, let me try my name. And she said, hi, my name is Alekia. And she
Huh.
signed. And the response was, are you volunteer? Giftable. So a
Huh.
change that started happening from someone asking you,
Huh.
are you deaf to are you a volunteer? Right?
Yes.
And when I'm again and again talking about this word volunteering, what do you think? What is volunteering? What,
Yeah.
according to you, is volunteering?
So volunteering is you spend your time to an activity what you like or your
Correct.
passion you follow.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
And I remember, so initial days when I used to volunteer and do sessions for volunteers on, ethics of volunteering, and I used to get similar answers whenever I asked what is volunteering. But I still remember when we went to an organization and we said, "Can you teach us sign language?" And they said, but why do you want to learn sign language? And we said, hey, we have a lot of volunteers who can now start volunteering for the cause of disability. So they
Yes.
said, okay. On the 10th class, I still remember this day where they said, today is your test. You can talk about any topic.
Okay.
And some spoke about why to save water, electricity. And I said, let me take this topic, what is volunteering? So
Okay.
I, like, with full emotions and energy, I go and I ask all the deaf students who are sitting in front of me, there were 13 deaf, and they said, you have to talk about any topic to them. They should understand.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
use sign language, you can use whiteboard, blackboard, but you have to communicate. So I said, yeah, it's easy. So I went and asked them, what is volunteering? To my surprise, not even one student gave the answer that you just now told.
Yes.
Nobody said it is sharing, helping, caring. The replies that I got was donating clothes, donating books, donating money. And I was like, no, 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 it's about donating time. And they said, no, no, how is it possible? How can someone donate time? Not possible. And I was standing helpless. How do I tell them? So I said, old age home, orphanage. And they were like, okay, I understand there are different causes in social sector, but what is volunteering? And I remember that day, there came a deaf lecturer who said, can I try? And I said, yeah. He gave one example that day. I'm not sure of the students, but I learned that day what is volunteering from a deaf. He said, tomorrow, he's a mentor to many. His name is Chandramoli. And he said, tomorrow you all are going by bus. Some problem in the bus, and the bus stops in between. What will you do? They said, we'll get down, help the driver, push the bus. He asked the next question, will you ask driver to pay you money for pushing the bus? And they said, no, 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 we are helping and we have to reach our college. He said, that's what is volunteering. Doing something,
Wonderful.
pushing the bus
Yes.
out of your own will without any expectations in return. And you all reaching college is nothing but the satisfaction you get out of volunteering.
Yes.
And I know after that I would have worked with 10,000 more volunteers. And each time I meet them, I say, if any of this is missing, please take a break. Don't volunteer because I am asking you to volunteer. Volunteer because you want to bring in that change.
Yes.
And through support of volunteers, then we had like lot of initiatives in Giftable. And today the change is like, we started Giftable with the thought of spreading disability awareness. At the same time, we were finding out what was missing. And at that moment, we realized the three areas where a lot of work can be done is health, education, and livelihood of people with disability. Yes. I remember one of the girl who was on wheelchair and very emotional. She says, ma'am, I was one of the best Bharatnatyam dancer. I was drying clothes, slipped and fell from third floor. And I had spinal cord injury. Since then, I am on wheelchair. My dad carries me everywhere. And we do not have even one rehabilitation center, which is residential for women across Karnataka. Yes. And we just lost her a couple of years back. That's the state of our health. We do not have that support systems, right? When it comes to education, there are a lot of schools, but then you will see like hardly any children with disability. And even if there are like 4 or 5, that becomes like a role model. Oh wow, this school has 5 children with disability. Correct? Why can't all those schools become role models? Why can't we have more and more children with disability? And the final one being livelihood of people with disability. So 70% of our population are in rural areas. We can't get all of them to come to cities like Bombay, Chennai, Bangalore, Delhi and say, come and work here. Because our education system is also currently not that inclusive, we do not have many people with disability who have graduated. And that's when the shocking fact is also only 1% get meaningfully employed in our country. So if we work on these three, then we could bring in that change. And that's when we started livelihood of people with disability. So
Yes.
in livelihood, we work with artists with disability across India on making products. Say for example, this. So this is a painting by Akhilesh, who is a youth with autism.
Okay.
Now, couple of years back, his mom always used to have that fear, what would happen to my child after me? Because that's the fear of almost 20, I would say 20 lakh mothers in our country, or
Yes.
parents in our country, caregivers in our country, of what would happen to
Their
my
child.
family member who is with disability. A
Yes.
change today is she feels proud that his painting has been sold in such a way that he is a soul, not a soul, but a breadwinner in the family. A change that has started happening,
Ah,
right? Yeah. So this is in short about Giftable, what we do, and we been working with artists with disability across India. We do accessibility audits, we do sign language workshops, different workshops, and work closely with people who are and who are not disabled. So we work with people with and without disability.
okay. So that's really wonderful, actually, reaching out to them. Pratna, to let you know, even in the month of July, I too learned the sign language from IRC Bangalore.
Yay. Awesome.
So that was a really nice experience. And it is nice now. I could reach out to people, and believe me, at
Exactly.
least 3, 4 counseling I did for hearing impaired. So that was one best
Wow.
thing after learning that. Though very simple issues they had, but communicating in sign language, it was really worth the
Much needed,
journey.
much needed.
Much
Someone needs
needed.
to be there to just listen.
Yes.
Like you were just sharing some time back that there's so many suicidal cases, there's so
Yes.
many people who just want to talk, and
Yes, there is
that's
nobody
the
to
time when you
listen.
can play that key role. Yeah, yeah,
Yes. So through
that's
Pechan,
true.
we could reach out to, and this couple, they were very much worried. The daughter was pregnant and they didn't know what was happening, why everybody is wearing the mask around, and there was so much fear. So nobody allowed this couple to go out of the house.
Right,
They said you
right.
can't go, and because you are
But they do not even know why they are not allowed. Yeah, yeah.
yes. So it's very difficult. They have to identify somebody in the family to take responsibility of the daughter during her pregnancy time, then her hospitalization. So much
Right.
care, and they really can't relate what this COVID is. Just that they would do this. There's COVID and don't go outside. It's COVID and don't go outside. And you wear the mask and you don't eat anything outside, and all of that sort
Right.
only
Without
they
even
would.
knowing what the reason could be. Right.
Yes, yes,
Exactly.
yes, yes.
Exactly. In fact, during COVID, we were lucky enough to have volunteers who quickly started saying, "Hey, I want to volunteer, make best use of my time during this pandemic,
Huh.
and how can I help?" And during this time, we were able to reach out to many acid attack victims, many beneficiaries. We started a
So,
digital library where people started recording books for visually impaired. We had
okay.
more than 500 people who got introduced to sign language, right?
Acha.
And then a lot of other things that kept happening, which we started feeling like, thanks to the passionate team and volunteers who took this step.
Yes,
There were a lot of corporates who took this step saying, "Hey, I want our employees to, start volunteering, engaging in different areas." So yeah,
yes. So that's a
at one end
very,
there were a lot of negatives happening, but at other end I think there were a lot of things that were positive in terms of people
yes,
coming
yes,
ahead, helping each other, volunteering.
yes, yes, yes,
Right, so we started having volunteers who have now contributed to making inclusive e-modules for children with disability. So now we can have that shared to different schools, and now there will be increase in number of children who will join the school.
yes,
So
yes. Yeah,
yeah, these
because
are
I
like the
understand,
positive.
like many people, especially hearing impaired, they do not get to understand or study any language at all.
Correct,
They just with
correct.
trial and error make their own sign language, and later when they reach out to somebody, or by luck they meet someone, and that's how they learn and communicate. Still they struggle
True.
a lot. They struggle a lot, and
They would,
nobody.
because there are hardly any certified interpreters, as in You
Yes.
have certified interpreters who are in hundreds, and you have like lakhs together of hearing impairment,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So
yes.
how do you reach out to that many deaf across the country? So
Yes. So this is only deaf.
and
So imagine there are so many
yeah,
other challenges also we have. Like
correct,
even
correct,
the
yeah.
visually challenged, even they have their own challenges, right?
Yeah, everything has happened now has become virtual, and people do not
Yes.
have that many mobile phones. They can't afford to buy a mobile phone. So
Mobile
how do
phone,
I,
yes.
right? So
Yeah,
yeah,
where now people are suffering to earn their daily bread. Where is the question of mobile phone?
exactly. The mobile phone is far away.
Far
Yeah,
away. They want their daily bread, and there only people are struggling so
exactly,
much. And
exactly. And that's why
especially,
that was the another role that volunteers played, where people started contributing and supporting
yeah,
livelihood of many people who lost their jobs as well.
yes,
So
yes, yes.
yeah,
And
that's
many
that
people
was
even donated their old mobiles and laptops and so many things.
yes, they did. Yeah, yeah.
So all that is happening, and there's education all around. It's only where you look at, you see what is
Correct.
happening. It's only your
That's true. That's
interest
true.
that takes you there, is it not?
Exactly, exactly.
It's because there's so many opportunities for volunteering. Like, see, even I volunteer at Tata Memorial Hospital. So it's a wonderful experience reaching out to the people. And especially there is
Wow.
so much scare with cancer and then getting this COVID. There is so much scare and fear all around, especially the caregivers
Exactly.
also. And to bring a patient for treatment, do you think really it is necessary? Will they catch any other infection? Leave alone COVID, but will they get any other infection other than the disease? Because the immunity is
Yeah.
very low at this
Very weak.
point of
Yeah, yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yes.
That's true. That's
So
true.
it's so
Yeah.
very, and to make them realize and understand, like, this is not the time to come. Please don't come if it is not urgent or emergency. Please stay in your own village or town or wherever you are coming from. So they feel very low. They said, we are
Correct.
suffering so much at home without medicines and treatment, but you're telling us not to come to hospital. Then where do we go? So we tell them, you please try to manage, because while commuting from long distance, because from Tata Memorial,
They
so you
will
have
help
from
you.
all over the
Yeah.
nation, you have patients coming. So it's very difficult to convince them, or we tell them, you reach the nearest medical center, so at least basic
And then
minimum
get
treatment can
wow.
be done, because you can't be
True.
getting your regular treatment whatever is required.
Yes.
So
Yes.
there's so
That's there.
much about all these things, but
No,
pandemic
and
has,
it's nice that you are reaching out to the caregivers and the
yes.
cancer patients, because at times it is very stressful for the caregivers also.
Yes, yes, they are the
Like I
lifeline. Huh?
keep
They are the
saying,
lifeline of
especially
our
for
society.
caregivers. Yeah, and especially for caregivers, many a times what happens is, like, we say, how is the patient, right? How is your mom? How is
Yes,
your sister?
sister, dad,
Or
yes,
whether it is a sibling with disability, we would say, how is your brother doing? But
yes,
then we never end up asking a caregiver how he or she is feeling. So it's
yes.
very
They are the
important to reach
backbone
out
of the
to
healthcare
caregivers.
system, actually.
Exactly,
See,
exactly, and ask them
doctors,
how
they
they are doing.
treat, nurses, they give the medicines and other things, but caregivers, they make sense of everything. Without them, a patient is nothing, actually. And they have
Exactly. Yeah.
to take care of 10 different things. Patient has to just fight the disease, but whereas caregiver has to see each and everything whatever is happening.
At the same time, balance your work and
Yes,
family.
finance, each and everything, and anything goes wrong, the caregiver is held responsible, not the patient.
True. True.
Yeah, that is
That's true.
the
That
very bad
was
thing.
right. Another day, I was just reading somewhere, and I saw like at least 20 to 25% of our population are caregivers, which means like
Yes,
in India itself, we would have around what 20 crore people who are
yes, yes, yes.
caregivers, right?
Yes,
So reaching
and
out to
now
them.
during COVID time, by default, everybody has to become a caregiver, because you never know now
Exactly.
who's catching the disease. Sometimes the
Yes.
children are catching, and the old people are the caregivers, and sometimes it's vice versa. I remember my friend, she and her husband was diagnosed with COVID positive,
Okay.
and later the children were not that very old also. So they had to study online, cook also. They can't get food from outside, and so very difficult. And making them, young children, make them cook for food for all four of them. It's so very difficult. It's very easy to say, oh, you have daughters, they will do it, irrespective of daughter or son. See, they have to manage
Yeah,
life before gas, right? It's putting them at risk every time.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, true,
So
true.
it is again a difficulty which the society had to face. And these things are
Yeah,
not recorded anywhere, right? The caregivers only have to suffer in silence. Nobody comes to rescue. Even your neighbors can't come during COVID times.
true.
So all this
Yeah.
is there. Hello, Rashmi. Yeah, so
Hi.
yeah. Rashmi, you have any questions to ask Prarthana? She's been doing wonderful work in gift table.
So as of now, as I joined late, I'm not sure what happened in the session.
Yeah.
Maybe in a while, if the session continues.
Yeah, sure, sure,
Sure. So
sure.
we just spoke about volunteering, different areas where people could volunteer, and how during this pandemic time it's important to just be there for each other, support each other, be a caregiver, and also reach out to caregivers who are currently there and support them in whatever way possible. Not just, yeah.
So even
So, yeah.
Rashmi also is a wonderful volunteer. Even she volunteers with
Wow.
Indian Cancer Society. And in
Amazing.
Karnataka also, she had been reaching out to people, helping them during COVID and all of it.
Great.
So even she is a very active volunteer. So
Awesome.
yeah.
What I feel
Keep
is
up the good work.
volunteering. No, what I feel is volunteering in any field is easy. As I think it's not easy if you consider specially able people, because you need special skills for that, and that's the one area which everybody struggles to volunteer. Though we feel like we want to volunteer, but we feel less equipped with the skills. So any other field is little bit easy to jump in and help people, but this is one field where you feel like you want to help, but you also at the same time struggle. So at times we feel like we need special education training or something of that sort. So
No, no, I think we'll keep you posted on different sessions that we keep doing. I remember 13 years back when I decided to volunteer for people with disability. I had this fear. Oh, we need to be emotionally strong. We need to, how do I work? To someone actually telling me like, you need not be emotionally strong. You just need to be yourself, and you will learn over years. And it's been like almost 8 years. I'm running an organization that works for people with disability, with a passionate bunch of team who are working tirelessly all throughout the day to reach out to more and more people with disability, support their livelihood. So yeah, feel free to drop by sometime or connect virtually, and we can surely have start with learning, getting introduced to sign language as well.
sure, sure.
Then that is the easiest you can
Most,
do initially.
Yeah.
most of the times it feels like a gray area, because disability is something which has been over the years. But still at times you feel that they are the ones who need most of the help and most of the volunteer work. But at the same time, we feel that it is been there over the years and they know how to deal with it. Why we need to interrupt? So that is then very confusing and gray area for me, because I have met few disabled people who say, no, life is not that difficult. It's been easy. Now that I have been 30 years and I'm dealing with it, it's not that difficult. At the same time, I have met someone who says that I have been living with this from 30 years. Can you imagine? Just close your eyes for 5 minutes and let me know the experience. So, it has been a confusing and gray area for me
Yeah,
since then.
it will be a mix thing, but I think I strongly recommend do volunteer. Say, for example, like when we started recording books for visually impaired, especially during this pandemic, we had like around thousands of volunteers sign up. and record books. Today we have digital library which we share with people with vision impairment from across the world, and we say, and why just people with vision impairment? There are a lot of children homes who will not have access to bedtime stories. So these
Yes.
stories are now being read at different places, right? At times we do feel, but then see, there are times when there are dependency on volunteers. Say, for example, suddenly there, I remember this is almost 3-4 years back. I get call from Shankar, who is visually impaired and who has whose hands start from here. So he has multiple disability, and he's one of the best techie I have met. And he gives me a call at night 10:30 and says, "Madam, can you help my friend who's crying for past 1 hour?" I said, "What happened?" And he said, "Ma'am, tomorrow morning is his exam, and the scribe has dropped out." So scribe is person who writes exam for visually
Yes.
impaired.
Huh.
And so now just imagine, I have to remember all my notes, and I have to tell that to my scribe. And suddenly you are totally dependent on scribe to write your exam, and the scribe is not coming, your whole year will go. Correct?
Yes.
So then we said, "Don't worry, we have so many WhatsApp groups, we are on social media, let's try." And there comes conditions applied, type me second condition, "Ma'am, can you find someone who can also speak in Kannada, because this volunteer is comfortable in Kannada." I was like, "Yeah, okay, let's find." And there came the main condition applied, "Ma'am, this person is not from Bangalore, he is from Bagalkot." Now imagine night 10:30 you have to find a volunteer, not in Bangalore but in Bagalkot.
Bagalkot.
And we said, "Okay, let's try." And we posted on social media saying, "Hey, so and so needs help." And within 15 minutes, I had 3 volunteers sign up
Okay.
for this scribe,
Scribe.
who said, "I am in Bagalkot right now and I can go and write exam." And we
Okay,
called this guy
wonderful.
and we said, "Hey, don't worry, just go and write your exam." So it changed in 15 minutes,
Yes.
where he would have lost his ear. Today,
Yes.
I get a message from him saying, "Ma'am, because of that day you arranging scribe,
Huh.
I passed that exam with distinction and I'm working in a multinational company now."
Wow,
A change
that's wonderful.
that volunteers could bring,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So
yes.
yeah, I think we should just go ahead and start volunteering for whatever cause. You will work on your fears once you start volunteering, right? Right from, at times, like, there are a lot of learnings we have during this phase. Sometimes you might end up saying, "Hey, say, hey Suresh, give me pen," and then I realize, okay, Suresh is blind, he might not be using pen. So do I feel bad or guilty about it asking pen to Suresh, or do I just have that good relationship with him and say, "Hey, right, I'm sorry, but there is a pen next to you. Can you just pass it on to me?" Right? So
Yes.
there is a difference in the way we see
Handle
things
things.
at times.
Yes.
So perception matters.
Yes.
True. I guess this would be learned only by experiencing and putting ourselves into that
Exactly.
position.
Start working with them, and you'll start learning. There are a lot of things that we start learning. See, I'm not a certified sign language interpreter, but I have learned sign language from my deaf friends. I keep learning even today after 15 years. There are a lot of things that we keep communicating, right? So you learn every other day. You learn something new. So I think, yeah, you should just try it.
Yeah, it's
So
not all that
anyways, volunteering
difficult
for so
actually.
many causes.
Yeah, it's just how you want to communicate your ideas. So whichever sign you
Exactly.
use, but as far as the matter reaches in the right sense, that's fine. Perfectly all
True.
right. Yeah, same sign can be used in different way. Each one
Exactly.
signs it differently, right, to express their views. And there's
Yeah.
with India also, every state I think they use different type of sign language to communicate certain
There is
things.
lot of variation. Yes. Lot of variation. But yeah, now they are trying to standardize it. That's one good thing that's happening around. But yeah, say for example, in some states this is E, in some states this
Yes,
is E,
this is E.
in some
Yeah,
state this is
this is
E.
E. Yes.
So you have to just go there and, okay, I am in Pune, so I use this as E. I am in Bangalore, so I use this as
This
E.
E. Yes.
Right? So
Yeah, as far as they understand what we are trying to communicate, the purpose is served.
Very important is, yeah, you just starting to communicate.
So, Pratna, how do people handle this mental health issues? The specially abled community also, see, like normal people we
Right.
go through. So even like you said, the child who wanted a scribe and didn't have in the last minute at night 10:30 reached out to you.
Right.
So there would have been many people struggling for this. So how do they handle?
I think the best thing is like we have started suggesting to all people who have disability is reach out to either any organizations that are close by or reach out to volunteers through these organizations so that you can have that one-to-one discussion.
Okay.
So one of the programs that we also started is mentoring. So mentoring, not necessarily academic mentoring, but then someone just being there to, listen to you.
Yes.
That is something. Speak out. Don't take any action. As in, that is what I want to say. Don't take any action. That is not a solution. Every problem that each one of us is actually facing, every problem will have a solution. And
Yes.
that's what we strongly believe in Giftable. Like, every problem has a solution. So start thinking, what is the solution?
Yes.
Say for example, my deaf-blind friend Pratik. So he can't see, he can't hear, and then he can't speak. So when I communicate with him, I communicate on one hand saying, "Hey, my name is say Prarthana." With this hand, he will respond. He understood. So one day he started calling me some 10 times, and I was like, "This is at night 10:30," and I was like, "Why is he calling so late?" Then Pratik, my better half, he said, hey, maybe he would have sent you an SMS which you missed, because most of the time the mode of communication that is there between us is SMS. So I go, I see SMS, and there was a message that said, hi Prarthana, I am hungry, raining heavily, PG hotel closed.
Okay.
So can you help me with food? You are someone who stays close by.
Okay.
So for him, at that moment, see, if I was in his place, I would have just thought, okay, yeah, ठीक है, it's hungry, but then अभी इतने रात को किसको call करेगा, right? But for him, it is like, what is the solution? Yes. I am hungry and I can't keep staying hungry, but can I reach out to someone who can help me at that moment? Yes. And he gave me a call 10 times, and I was like, he can't see, he can't hear, he's calling. And then I realized maybe there is some emergency that he wants us to address. And within like 15-20 minutes, I was like, yeah, take your food. So he's like, that's the solution. So right? Happy. So yes. Every problem has a solution. So I think we should just, everyone, as in that is very, very important as part of your mental health. Many a times we feel mental health means just like, doing physical exercise and that's it. But then at times it is also taking care of yourself in different ways. So I think people should start focusing on how do I take care of myself. Only when I can take care of myself, I can go and take care of many others.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Pratna, connecting to Alpa's question regarding mental health, are there any specific counselors or psychologists in gift-abled organization, or you as mentors only serve that purpose?
So currently we do have one or two counselors, mainly mental health experts, who keep doing sessions on different topics like self-care or how do you handle current situations, scenarios. But if there are any requests, then we connect people who need support to them. So yeah. Although our focus currently in Giftable is not mainly mental health, but then that is one part of what we are doing currently. So we have experts who can connect and help people.
Okay. So that's very interactive and interesting session, Pratna. So Rashmi, you have any more questions to ask her?
As this now, it's like kind of, I need to reflect on whatever happened. So not
yes,
now.
Yes. Surely. I think you can just go through the start session and reach out anytime if you have any questions. So yeah.
But post this session, I'm sure Rashmi will learn sign language soon.
Yes, yes.
Because
we can in fact end this with just greetings.
Yes, yes.
Good evening. Yeah, so we can do that.
No, you
So
were
this
to teach. You were to teach alphabets, right? Just quickly, if you can do that, that will be nice. That will be nice. Even
Sure,
I can join you.
Yes, sure. So
Yeah.
this is Indian Sign Language alphabets.
Yes.
A. Okay.
A,
Yes. B.
B,
C.
C,
Okay. D.
E.
Yes. And E.
E is like this.
Okay. Many people follow this,
Yeah.
so you can
Follow
use
this.
But if you meet any deaf and they are saying this,
This,
or
yes,
this is also
also fine.
okay. F.
F,
Okay.
G.
These two. F. G.
G,
H.
H.
Like you're cleaning your hand.
Yes.
I.
Okay, I do it like this. I.
So some
I.
people also do this.
Yeah, I.
Or
Yes.
I. So
I.
this is in I.
Yes. I.
Yeah.
Then J. J.
K.
K. L.
L. M.
M.
Okay. And you have to show it to the other person. So if I do this, they can't see.
Yes.
Right? So
M. N.
Two fingers.
2 fingers is
Okay.
N.
So this is like you write your M.
N.
So 3
Yes.
fingers is M.
N.
2 fingers is N. O.
O.
P.
P.
Okay. Q.
Q.
R.
R. Yeah. R. Even this is R.
That is in American Sign Language.
S.
Yeah. S. T.
T.
U.
U.
V.
E. W.
W.
W. Okay.
X.
X.
Y.
Y. And Z.
Yes. Z.
Acha, you do like this. Okay, I do like this. Z. Okay. So that was wonderful, Pratna. Nice.
So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having spent your wonderful evening with us at Pehchan. So we'll definitely see how we can volunteer at Gift Table, provided given
Sure.
any opportunity. Definitely we'll try to join one of your sessions as well. Yeah. Thank you so much
Great.
for reaching out to all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Pratna. Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you. Bye.
And
Yes.
before we end, 1 second, Pratna, do you entertain any interns as such in your organization?
Yes, depends on what they want to do and how much is the time commitment.
So
So
it's almost like a volunteer work as